What's up, my homies? Home Guy here. So, today, as I promised, I'm coming with a science video, and I'm going to beat down on the science of some of the inventions in a recent book that I read called Fahrenheit 451. Now, sure, this may be a book that I read for a project at school, and this may actually just be a project for school that I'm just posting on YouTube because I think that you guys should have a video from me, but this is really kind of for you guys, all of the people that are watching this video. I mean, I could have done something else, but I decided that I have not come out with a video for a while, so I might as well do a project at school that can help you guys out and give you more content from me. So before I go into this, I'd just like to give you guys some background information. The book is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Now, Ray Bradbury was a science fiction writer back in the olden days in like the 1950s and stuff, and he was really popular. And he's dead now. Haha, I'm a terrible person. But he wrote a bunch of stuff that's in like the far future, and he talks a lot about like the evils of humanity and how humanity really can be evil. But as books that are in the future, as Fahrenheit 451 is, they have some really cool like science gadgets and gizmos and that kind of stuff that I thought were pretty cool, and I'm just going to kind of nerd out on. So I've done my research, and a lot of the gadgets and sciencey type stuff in there that doesn't really even seem possible, we actually have a lot of it in our real world, and if we really wanted to, we could make some of it too. So I am going to go over four big inventions in the book: the hound, parlor screens, the electric-eyed snake, and complete blood transfusions. So first we've got the hound. And this is kind of like an arachnid-like police dog that hunts down criminals based off their smells. I believe that it's supposed to be kind of paying tribute to the old like firehouse dog Dalmatian type things. And what it really does is it's programmed to know everybody's smells, and you like type a person into the computer, and the hound like awakens and immediately like sniffs them out and chases the person, and then it like squirts poison at them and like injects them with a needle that kills them or like stuns them and brings them back to the police. So, out of all the three things, the Hound is probably like the least crazy. I mean, we have robots. Just look up Vex Robotics competition. We have robots and we can make robots. We can program them to do a bunch of different things. Now, we may not be having Skynet and stuff that's gonna make Terminators come all over us and infect our rankings or whatever, but we have robots, and if we really needed a hound to roam the streets and inject people with poison that kills them for like robbing Circle K, we could do it. Now, it's probably just simpler to just have a policeman do it. Now, maybe we're coming to that because people don't like police, and I don't really get it, but people don't like them, and we might still be coming with a hound. You know, as I think about it, the Pentagon probably has one. The government has them. They probably are already far ahead of that. They probably had them back in Ray Bradbury's time, and they also have aliens. And and Area 51, man. I mean, they hide listening devices in our cheese. I mean, you might have heard all that like crazy conspirator stuff, but it's all true. The zombies are coming. So second up, we have parlor screens, and they are basically just movie screens that people have in their house that cover their entire wall. I take that thing back about the Hound being the least crazy. We literally have them. I mean, if you've ever been to a movie theater, then that's good because movies are awesome. Support AMC, I guess. Now, if you haven't, I'm sorry, but you should go to a movie. But parlor screens just aren't crazy at all. I mean, sure they have some like special like implement things that you can have, like they will change the stuff that the people on the screen say into your name. But that's kind of like having Siri call you, let's see, call you Bill Clinton when your name is Home Guy. Here, Siri, call me Bill Clinton. Okay, home guy, I'll call you Bill Clinton from right now. And now on, and forever. See, it's not even that crazy. Of course. Just do it. Make Siri call you Bill Clinton. I dare you. So, third up, we've got the electric eyed snake. And this is like a medical instrument that some nurse type dudes brought in when Montag called the doctor's office because Millie had overdosed on drugs. So, what the instrument basically does is it's kind of like a snakish looking tube thing that goes through the person's throat down into their stomach to like drain all the poison that they've accumulated from overdosing drugs, and it can like look around and see where it is, and then it sucks the specific poison out and puts it into like a little bag container thing to be taken out. So what the two guys that came over to Montag's house were doing is something called gastric lavage, aka stomach pumping, and it has been used for over 200 years as a means of eliminating poisons from the stomach. So in our world, it is commonly used on people who have ingested poison or overdosed on drugs, basically like it was in the book. It's not very commonly used though, and though it isn't commonly used, in a life-threatening situation, it can be used, and the procedure should be used within 60 minutes of ingesting the poison. So the second thing the electric eye snake does is like have a little eye that the guys can look into her stomach through, and in the real world there's something like that too. If doctors want to look into your stomach and see what you've been eating, they can do that. And that is actually a little bit unsettling. Now, the stomach pump, good. If I ingest snake venom, then I want them to be able to pump it out. But, I mean, you really need to see it. Okay, so fourth up, we have a complete body blood transfusion. Now, this sounds pretty crazy. Now, sure, we might be able to give some people some new blood, and that may not be that crazy, but they are taking out all of her blood and putting new blood in her. Let me say that again. Taking all the blood out so she has no blood and putting completely new blood in. Not her blood, but just blood. Like maybe even somebody else's blood. Does anybody think that would be weird? No? Just me? Okay, I'll go into an insane asylum. So, the first person to tackle, or thing to tackle, or whatever, sorry, it's weird, um, is can you even take all of the blood out of somebody and have them survive? And I'm here to tell you today that that is actually true. You can take all the blood out of somebody and they can survive. It's something called deep hypothermic clinical arrest. So, in this deep hypothermic clinical arrest, what the doctors basically do is they induce clinical death, like as in the heart stops beating, by taking all the blood out of somebody and putting really cooled down saline solution in them. So their body is like really cold and cooled so that all of the body's like motor functions just slow down and the cells won't die from not getting enough energy. Now, I could probably go on and completely go farther into this, but I mean, you guys probably want this to be like under an hour, so I will keep it under an hour for you guys. Yay. But anyways, all of the body's motor functions slow down, and the cells have enough energy to keep going for a while because everything slows down when it's colder. Or actually, screw that, everything is colder when everything slows down. Just look up a video on the internet or something about that. But anyways, the person can survive for a while with no blood. And they just have like a very cool like saline type water solution in them. And they don't have any blood. Their heart is not beating. They are dead and they are brought back to life. Yeah, this is something that you might just want to look up on Google. It's pretty cool. And scary at the same time. But, you know, whatever. Um, but now we have to tackle the second thing. And can you give somebody completely new blood? And you can do that too, because, you know, why not? Just give somebody completely new blood. So, provided that they have the correct blood type put into them, a person can get totally new blood, and hopefully there won't be any side effects. I have not tried that on anybody, but I doubt that there would be. There have not been any recorded bad results, and I'm not sure if anybody has even done it to anybody, but, you know, assumptions and hypotheses. I'm just kidding, I actually did some research. And you actually can do it, and it is called an exchange transfusion, when blood is taken out and replaced with other blood. Because why not? But with a society that has everybody's smells down for a mechanical hound, I'm going to assume that they know everybody's blood type. I don't think that's too much of a crazy thing, because you already know everybody's smells, just know their blood type and their entire DNA genome. Not crazy or weird at all. Now, before I go on, I'd just like to cover a couple of things. Sorry, but you might hear stuff in the background. People in my house are being loud. It's something to have to deal with. And second of all, this is probably going to be the topic that I most heavily cover because I did a lot of math and stuff on this to see if it was too crazy, if they would really have enough blood to replace everybody's blood, or at least like 9 to 10 people a night's blood, all the time in all the different cities. So, hey guys, this is me, Home Guy. So, for this video, I'm going to split it into two parts, and I will release both of them, but this video is just getting too long as it is, so I'm just gonna split it into two parts. This one being a little bit over 10 minutes, the other one being a little bit under 10 minutes. Sorry, but I just felt that this video was getting a little bit too long. So I'm still going to give you guys the exact same stuff, just going to split it into two parts. Not because I want the ad money or anything like that, just because it's getting too long and I just like to shorten it out by making it into two parts. But anyways guys, check the link in the description below for a direct link to part 2. And remember to take every opportunity to learn and expand your knowledge. And as always, peace out.